Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is our final guest, and you're in for a treat. This young man would have been all across the world, pursuing his dreams of being an entertainer. He started at the bottom with a phone, a cell phone, and $2 in his pocket. And he said, you know what, I will have $2 million and cameras. And today he's here with us, our good friend, who like to ask people, what you know, and if you don't know, try a thing. Bring it to the tonight on M&ETV. We have Daniel Loveless, my brother. What's up? What's popping?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really grateful to be here today and really grateful to do this interview with you and answer all the questions. I just usually ask the question, but excited to answer the question today.
Watch how we calm down now. All the time we're talking about birds and I see to go and handle. Come in. It's a blessing, it's peace, it's love.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, what's happening? This is a interview, and we're not going to do the question games because I think everybody's trying to play them games at the end.
Yeah, all the time, every interview.
So I will ask you the real questions. How many children do you have?
Well, I almost had one, but none.
Big up you. Love the energy.
Do you remember that actually? Do you remember that? Because we went to school together.
Right.
Do you remember that?
Well, I wasn't aware. That is what happened?
Yeah, almost. But
and what happened?
Almost.
Yeah. Hey, Daniel, what was the start up with what you know, like how it all started?
Boy, well, when I completed secondary school in 2014, I went through a process of going from job to job from 2014 to 2016. While I started my business management degree at USC, and I didn't like the idea of just sitting down behind a computer all day typing being a customer service rep. And I decided I wanted to do something different. So I got into photography. And I did photography for about a year or two. But what I realized while doing photography, I realized that I still wasn't standing out. I still wanted to be more.
You're still behind the scene.
I didn't like that, boy. I wanted to be, I don't want to be behind the
star boy.
I wanted to be the star boy, I feel like I could have a larger impact on the world.
Yeah.
And daily I would always ask myself how I could be better, what little hacks I could use to get further ahead in life.
Right.
So I would just ask myself, what you know? So I say, you know what? It would be interesting to see what people know. And that's how I ventured out into the street to do a social experiment to see what the people knew. Because I felt like I knew a lot. So I said it would be really interesting to see what they know. And I just went out to the street, bro, with the idea, with the concept of what started to ask people questions, and it was the first time I was actually able to be the person I already wanted to be, and not calm and the corporate industry, or actually just be being behind the camera and already having that voice. But now I was in front of the camera and I could just be whoever I wanted to be, and that was just the start of what
That is a beautiful story, boy. So you would say your happiness stemmed from you pursuing your goals for sure.
Yes. I think my happiness is heavily dependent on seeing other people happy. And with the other jobs that I had, I didn't have the ability to do it as much as I wanted to. So being a customer service rep at WebSource, I would have to say, hi, good day, welcome to WebSource, but I still wasn't able to do.
Let me hear you to say it.
Hi, good day, I'm Daniel, and welcome to WebSource. So that's what I would need to do. And then, I still wouldn't be able to talk really and interact with people. Just take the orders, give them the package, and they go on.
Yeah.
And even as a photographer, the only way I could really make people happy was taking good pictures. And they'd be like, wow, I love these pictures. But it didn't go further than that. I wanted to have a larger impact on the world where people could say, boy, on my sick days, like, you keep me going. Like, I could be in a hospital.
I feel
I wanted a guy.
What was your worst job, though?
My worst job?
Yeah, which one, like, if you're city manager today, you'll tell them about yourself.
No, well, you see, I didn't have much jobs, so
No. You had two ends?
I had two. I had WebSource and Caribbean Cinemas.
Right. Which one you dislike the most?
I like the both of them.
No. Which one you dislike the most? Which one you like more?
I like the one at WebSource, because I can also the one I check all day.
He hated Caribbean Cinemas then?
No, I never said that.
So the managers at Caribbean Cinemas used to come around here?
No, they actually promoted me to being a projectionist. So I used to have to, like, before as an usher, I used to have to sweep the cinema and stand up on my feet all day and stuff. So that was the only difficult part of the job. But anywhere I went, I always attempted to bring.
So you don't like to sweep at all, Daniel?
What?
You don't like to sweep and thing at all, like your thing.
Real good in it. but Caribbean cinemas. But I
Caribbean
just
cinema
always
is the worst job you had.
Never said that, brother.
Wow.
But it was the less fun out of the both.
All right,
Yeah, that's
cool,
the
cool.
diplomatic response.
I just play with you, I just play with you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I know Caribbean cinema was the worst one you had. Based on personal
You said
conversation. So, what were some of the people that you looked up to before getting into the industry?
You know, some of the people I would have looked up to was locally, I would say Rody. I followed Rody before I even think about what, you know.
Yeah.
When I was going to secondary school, I'd look at Rody and be like, wow, I aspire to have the influence that he had. I looked up to, I think he was the only really local entertainer that I would look up to.
So everybody else wasn't good enough?
No, what caught me about Rody is his start. Like, he just literally make a video on the phone and then
yeah, and you basically did the same thing. I don't know,
exactly. So that is what captured me about Rody. I was really interested in his story because I wanted to be similar, but I just didn't know how. So he gave me hope that I could.
And internationally?
Internationally, Kevin Hart. I was always a big Kevin Hart fan, and I really follow in his footsteps.
But got an opportunity to go on other shows?
Sir?
You ever got an opportunity to go to one of his shows?
No boy. I never got an opportunity. But I think why I follow so closely in his footsteps is because our story is really similar.
Right.
So Kevin Hart started because somebody suggested that he do stand-up comedy. He didn't really, he had a job just like me. Yeah. I started because I always wanted to know more, and somebody said, hey, you should have your own show. So that's why I started. And then he went on to be doing comedy shows across America, just basically taking risks. You know, sometimes he wasn't even being paid. And very similar to me, I was just going around Trinidad and Tobago asking people questions. What?
I said, and he wasn't making no big set of money when you know, so look at you now, $1 million.
Exactly. I mean, millionaire. Come on. So, it was worth it, yeah.
Were there any entertainers at all locally that kind of bad vibes?
You know, shockingly, I tried to collaborate with Rody in the earliest, and he was the hardest man to get onto because I wanted to do an episode with him and Nikki Crosby. That just never happened.
So he was like, nah.
He was like, he run my around the tree a little bit, but now I can call him and say, hey, let me.
Because I'm not going to say if you want us to call Rody and ask him. No.
Yeah, you had to ask him. Yeah.
Alright, for sure. Next episode, for sure, Rody would be a guest. I will add you back on the Zoom. And I would want to all you to sort it out.
I'll have it out with him.
Daniel, stay right there. We're going to take a short break and I'll come back with it, right?
Sure.
People don't leave. And all you see my face alone now. Don't leave. Stay right.